Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. Word is bond, love is love. Like, comment, subscribe, but do all the above. And if you ain't doing anything today, follow my Instagram. Ruger Rose 23 is the place to be. All right. So last night was all elite wrestling. The final pay-per-view of the year, Full Gear, was last night in Jersey. And yes, I'm still very sad I wasn't able to attend, but it's all good. I was still able to watch the pay-per-view. And a lot happened in this pay-per-view. that's about as best as I can describe it. A lot happened in this pay-per-view. Some things I did, maybe a lot of things I didn't see coming. But we're about to get into all of that. So let's do it. All right, so as I said in my predictions video that I would not have been able to watch the pay-per-view. I was actually working at the time. So I watched it, what was it, like almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I got home about 12. I started watching it at 1. I was in between things, so I actually finished it around 5. And yeah, here we are. Also, I didn't get to watch 0 Hour, the pre-show, so I don't know what happened, but I know the results of the pre-show, and it goes like this. All right, so it was Best Friends, Rocky Romero, and Danhausen versus The Factory in a 10-man tag. The Best Friends won that. Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage to winner to face Ethan Page, from what we learned will now be on Wednesday on Dynamite. And Ricky Starks won, as I figured. And Eddie Kingston faces Akiyama. This is another pre-show for Eddie Kingston, because he had a pre-show last pay-per-view at an All Out, and he won that. And then Eddie Kingston wins this one. So 2 big pay-per-views, 2 pre-shows though, but they're still wins against two New Japan wrestlers. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So, here we are. The main show. Let's do this. Okay, so the first match to start off the night was Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus steel cage match. I didn't think this would start the night off, but, you know, good enough for me. And pretty solid way to start the show off. You know, Luchasaurus, he was going to get his licks in first. He was actually beating the hell out of Jack Perry to the point where Jack Perry was bleeding. And I mean, he was bleeding a little bit. Then the cameras actually was able to catch this awesome shot of Jack Perry on the steel cage with the blood trickling down on the cage. That was actually a fire shot that the camera was able to catch. And literally, I get up, go in the kitchen for like 2 minutes, come back, because I was watching on my iPad, but I didn't bring it with me. I leave the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen for 2 minutes, come back. Jack Perry's just crimson, like my man's half red, half blood on his face. I'm like, bro, what the hell did I do? Like, I was only gone for 2 minutes. Like, why is this man bleeding like this? But in the end, Jack Perry able to prevail and get it done with on top of the steel cage, elbow drop, and hits the snare trap. Luchasaurus is tapping. Jungle Boy gets his revenge. You love to see it. Jack Boy. I said Jack Boy. It's Jungle Boy with the huge win to kick off the show. Next match. Another match I didn't expect to be in the spot. But it is. It was Death Triangle versus the Elite. AEW Trios titles on the line. This is the Elite's first match back since All Out. And at All Out, they won the Trios championships. They were the first ever AEW Trios champions. Now, When I tell you I didn't see this coming, I thought Elite would come back and win because it makes sense, right? Like they're back, they just came back. Don't expect them to lose. Not only did they lose, but it actually set up for something bigger, which I don't truly mind. So Pac, you know Pac's obsession with the hammer, right? So we had it on him. And he was telling Ray Phoenix, like, Ray, take this hammer. You know what you got to do. And Ray Phoenix at first, he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. That's not my style. I don't do that. So the second time around, you had Kenny Omega had Ray Phoenix in position for the one-winged angel. Pac throws the hammer to Phoenix. Phoenix just was holding it as Kenny Omega was setting it up. Now, mind you, his back was turned to the ref because the ref was just looking at Kenny Omega, just waiting for him to make a move. So he didn't realize Ray Phoenix had the hammer in his hand. So as Ray Phoenix was on Kenny's shoulders, boom, he hits the hammer on Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega drops. Ray Phoenix hooks both legs. 1, 2, 3. The Death Triangle retain the AEW Trios Tag Team titles. I was surprised. I didn't see that coming. And Ray Phoenix, at the end of the match, he was like, damn, I didn't want to win the match like that. Meanwhile, Penta's just happy he won. I don't think he gives a damn how it happened. I just think he's just happy that he won. You know what I'm saying? He was just happy. He wasn't even complaining. He wasn't even saying, bro, it's all good. He wasn't saying, he was just like, he was like, good job, Pac. Good job, bro. Like I said, bro. He was just there. But what this set up is that now we have ourselves a best of 7 series for the Trios titles. So this means this win at Full Gear was only the first match of the series, which means Death Triangle's up 1-0 at this point. Match 2 is on Dynamite. So you about to see greatness maybe 7 times or 6 more times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with all of it. I'm for all of it. All right. Next match after that was Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose for the TBS Championship. And I think we all knew how this was gonna go. Jade Cargill was gonna win. She did. And just gotta start asking that question again. But before we ask that question, let's talk about the entrances. First off, Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero, and Marina Shafir all came out in a lowrider. Okay, my bad. All came out in a lowrider. Because, you know, tribute to the late, great Eddie Guerrero, of course. Because, you know, anniversary of his death was a couple of days ago. Hope he's still resting in peace. And, of course, Vicky Guerrero had her own shirt. I thought she had the I'm Your Poppy shirt on. I was like, WWE licensed that. Like, why are you wearing that on All Elite Wrestling TV? But it didn't say. It says, I'm your mama. I'm like, or I'm your mommy. I'm like, I respect it. I respect it. And then comes in Jade Cargill, who's dressed as a Thundercat. And let me tell you something. Jade Cargill, that woman, that's a beautiful woman right there, man. Jade Cargill. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she was in that Thundercat outfit. Oh my God. Whew. Jade Cargill, man. I'll murder her husband just to be with her, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll give her husband a 2-piece. On God. Like, on God. Like, he gonna have to see me in the yard. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But again, Jade Cargill retained. was a very weird match. I don't know. Like, the crowd wasn't into it. I was just watching it. I wasn't into it either. Because you knew Jade was going to... I think that's the reason why you were just not into it. Because we knew Jade was going to win. I think that's the thing of it. And you just have to keep asking the question, who is going to dethrone Jade? Because nobody's really in position to do so. Like, honestly, I thought Athena would be the one to do it. I wholeheartedly believed Athena would be the one to do it. But no, she lost. So it's like, who's beating Jade? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really good enough to beat Jade, even though, well, I mean, Jade's at this point being booked like a damn unstoppable force. So it's like, who can even beat that right now? But we're going to keep asking this question until we get something close to an answer. That's all I'm going to say about that. And even though the crowd was asleep, they came alive for the next match. And it is the ROH Fatal 4-Way World Title match. As you had the Ocho, Claudio, the American Drago, and the Spanish Gato. Chris Jericho, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson, and Sammy Guevara. Great Fatal 4-Way. Great match. Chris Jericho retained. I did say Chris Jericho. I was leaning towards Jericho retaining. And I was correct. Claudio was going for his signature swing. But as he was swinging, Jericho comes out of nowhere with a jumping or leaping elbow. And as Excalibur called it, it looked like a leaping Judas effect. It didn't really connect at all. I'll be honest. It didn't really connect at all, but we kind of get the gist of what he was doing. So then Claudio gets up, and then Jericho, boom, another Judas effect. 1, 2, 3. The Ocho retains. Look at Chris Jericho, man. 52 years old and is a world champion right now. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. And he actually has a match this Wednesday on Dynamite against Ishii, a former Ring of Honor champion. That should be pretty interesting. All right, next matchup after that, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus, for the first time wrestling in 5 years, Saraya. So this match was more specific for what exactly are we going to see from Saraya? She hasn't wrestled in 5 years. She looks good. But what type of match are we going to see? Well, I'll give you this answer. What injury was Saraya sidelined for? Neck injury. What did Britt attack the whole entire match? Her neck. That's literally all it was. Like, I think this was pretty much a simple, straightforward match where it's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all. Britt goes for, I think she went for a shoulder tackle. And the first thing Saraya does, drops hard and holds onto the neck. And Britt didn't do anything after that. She just let it get up. As she was letting it get up, she had that smile like, oh yeah, I'm about to get on that ass. About to get on that ass. And that's pretty much what she did. Net breaker. You saw swinging net breakers, clotheslines. Anything that affected the neck, you saw. You know what I'm saying? But Saraya looked all right. It's like she was kind of timid. Like, she didn't really want to do anything crazy. She's just seeing what's safe and what's good. But this is the one thing that pissed me off about this crowd. One thing. Saraya hits a kick. She just hits a kick. Like, it's just a regular, basic side kick, right? That's all she does. Just hits, right? She hits that. You know what the crowd does after that? You still got it. You still got it. I know y'all heard that, because I heard it. I heard it clear as day. And it got me mad. Because that was Saraya's first bit of offense, was that sidekick. And then the next thing you hear, you still got it. You still got. So you telling me that somebody could just throw a kick and they still got it? Yeah, good one on you. Good. This makes all the sense in the world. Makes sense. All right, cool. But Saraya pretty much ended this with, I think, was it 2 rampages or 3? I don't know if she hit, she may have hit 3 rampages to get it done. But that's what she did. I don't even know if she's calling that move the rampage. Because she calls the page turner the nightcap. So I don't know what she's calling. I don't know what she's going to call the rampage. But I guess we'll see. Saraya gets it done. She's very emotional, hugging her brother in the crowd. Her brother watched her wrestle her first match in 5 years. Good stuff. We got more good stuff. Because we had a triple threat match for the TNT title. It was Powerhouse Hobbs, Wardlow, and Samoa Joe. What's that line Samoa Joe used? You turned your back on the most dangerous man in the room. I don't think you understand how much importance that quote is, because that's exactly what I did. I turned my back on the most dangerous man in the room, because my prediction was this. I said Samoa Joe is only here to take the pin because he's a champion right now. So why would he need to win this match, right? And then I had it where either Wardlow retains or Powerhouse wins it. So Samoa Joe was nowhere in the decision for my prediction. I was wrong on all 3 fronts. All 3 of them I was just wrong in. Because not only did Samoa Joe win, but his quote stayed true. Because Wardlow was given a powerbomb symphony to Powerhouse. Here comes Samoa Joe, hits Wardlow from behind with the TNT title, and then gives Powerhouse the Coquina clutch. And boom, Powerhouse is out. Samoa Joe is now the new TNT champion. As well as he's 2 belts Joe. Let's go. I'm happy. I'm great. I feel fantastic. Samoa Joe is my guy. That is my man. I'm happy he's got 2 belts. About time we start recognizing Samoa Joe's greatness in AEW. It's been a little overlooked, I may say. But we here. Now, the other thing is, though, while this pretty much sets up Samoa Joe and Wardlow for final battle, Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view, which probably they're gonna be, which is pretty much their last. You got the win on Powerhouse, who I think shouldn't even have taken the submission. So it's kind of like, kind of sets Powerhouse back a little bit. Because man was on a roll. So now he's got to fix himself up. I don't know what he can do now. Because technically TNT title is probably the best thing he could have did. But I don't know. I guess only time will tell. I guess we'll see. But Two Bells Joe is a thing. I love it. Two Bells Joe is a thing. All right, next match after that, Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Sting and Darby Allin. This match, in my mind, was strictly nostalgic. That's it. Because of Jeff Jarrett and Sting. Because Jeff Jarrett and Sting have so much history, it's not a joke. Because Jeff Jarrett and Sting were both in WCW. I don't know how long those two were in WWE together. Because Sting came in 2014. Jeff Jarrett, I think, got inducted, I think, what was that, 20? Was that 2019 or 20? I think it was 2020. No, it was 2019. He got inducted in 2019. So Sting left maybe a couple months after that. No, because he appeared in AEW in 2020. So I think they're only under WWE roof for like maybe a couple months. And of course, their history in TNA. Jeff Jarrett signed Sting to a contract in TNA. So you know their history there. And the fans remember because when Jeff Jarrett and Sting were in the ring together, they chanted TNA, TNA. And that made me feel good because I loved TNA Impact back in the day. That was some damn good wrestling back in the day. So you know you love to see it. But again, this was all nostalgia. Sting and Darby Allin got the dub, of course. So it was just there, honestly. It was pretty all right, pretty cool. It was what it was. It did its job. Next match after that, I believe, was the AEW Women's title on the line as Toni Storm faces Jamie Hayter. Another one I got wrong. Another one I got wrong. I really sat here and said Toni Storm was untouchable until Thunder Rosa came back. Not only was I wrong, but damn near shocked. Because Britt Baker essentially helped Britt Baker essentially helped Jamie Hayter become champion. Jamie Hayter is the AEW interim women's champion. Not undisputed, not regular, interim. So this makes it interesting. I think this is the first person out of any interim champion to win a title from the original interim champion. So this is pretty interesting. I didn't see it coming, but I'm cool with it. Jamie Hayter's definitely over. She's over. She's definitely over. Now the fact that she's champion makes her more over. But this is pretty much going to set up Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter. With Britt Baker getting another title shot, by the way. Like, I'm just, let's call for what it is. Britt Baker's about to get another title shot. Where it was just supposed to be Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker. Oh, damn, excuse me. Where it was just supposed to be Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker, just one-on-one. Now it seems like they're about to fight for the title. And don't get me wrong, I like Britt Baker, but God, I don't want to see her in another title match. Like, damn, it's like she's faced every single champion. Since she's lost the title, she's faced every champion that's been here, even though it's only technically been 2. But you get what I'm saying. She's always getting a shot, so she's about to get another one. But we'll see what happens. I think Jamie Hayter will come out on top, so it is what it is. But Jamie Hayter, interim champion. Next matchup after that, I believe, was the AEW tag team titles on the line. As the Acclaimed faced Swerve in Our Glory in the final match between the both teams. Well, pretty much happened. Swerve in Our Glory is no more. Keith Lee walked out on Swerve after Swerve wanted him to use the pliers to, I guess, break the Acclaim's hands. Keith Lee was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So he pats Anthony Bowens on the back. He's like, do your thing, bro. And just walked off. He literally walked out of the match. Swerve just looking at him like, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret this. So Swerve versus Keith Lee is happening. I can't wait to see it. Then they claimed pretty much did what they did to Swerve. And they retained. So now they got Swerve in Our Glory in their rearview mirror. Now they can have some new challenges. Maybe FTR gets their shot at the titles. I did say the Acclaimed were not gonna be long-term champions here. It don't seem like they will be. They may be the most popular team in the game right now, but they're not. They're not about to. They're not gonna hold those titles for that much longer. So it is what it is on that part. All these matches leading up to the main event, which is the AEW World Title on the line as Jon Moxley takes on MJF. You would have thought we were in Long Island. The minute MJF's music hit, crowd went crazy for him. He got a crazy pop. And MJF was doing the most, doing the hella most, trying to get, he was definitely trying to get on the crowd side. He didn't have to do much because they were already on his side. Like, he already had the home field advantage. I mean, even though he's from Long Island, Long Island ain't that far from Jersey. I don't believe so. So, you know, hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? In terms of Moxley, God, they booed the hell out that man. They booed him damn near out the building, bro. It's crazy. But you know Moxley, he don't care. He was just he was flipping off the crowd. Like, so I'm like, I love that Moxley's a face, but if he gets booed, he literally don't care. Like, he will flip the crowd off. He will say, I don't care. He said, hey, F you, guy. He will literally be a heel because the crowd is making him a heel. So I find that to be interesting. I know he's getting booed. I'm like, damn. I don't hate Moxley, and I'm from the tri-state area. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Can't help you, Mox. I'm only one guy. The match, if I can really remember their first match, the first match was pretty solid. This match, probably the same. Is it better? Well, I mean, there's context to it. That's probably the thing. Like in this match, there's context to it. And the other one, there really wasn't context to it. It was just another challenger for Jon Moxley at the time. This was just people really thought MJF was going to win the title, me included. I thought that as well. And I was correct. I think all of us were correct. Even more so, I think some of us are correct on the William Regal situation. The best thing the devil ever did was make people pretend he doesn't exist. Oh, sorry, no. It's the best thing the devil ever did was make people believe he doesn't exist. And listen to me. The devil definitely exists. Because what William Regal did, and I figured it, something told me he did it. Did I say some of my predictions? But something told me it's about to happen. Because MJF's about to use his diamond ring. William Regal gets out there. He's like, "Don't you do that? I'll break your hand if you do it." Like he was like, "I'll break your hand if you do it." So Moxley was trying to get MJF to choke out. He kept putting him in a sleeper hold. Knocked out two referees in the process. And then Moxley got the Bulldog choke lock. Then MJF is tapping immediately. But he knows to do that because the ref is not down. So Moxley, after he hits the taps, he lets go. And Willie Regal's telling Moxley, get the ref. Then Regal goes into his pocket, gets the brass knucks, slides them to MJF. MJF puts him on, boom. Hits Mox right in the face. Mox is knocked out. Ref comes to 2. MJF is flipping off Moxley, I'm assuming, as he's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. The devil is the AEW World Champion. Max Jacob Freeman, in his 7 years of being a pro wrestler, at 26 years old, is now the man in all elite wrestling. And now he seems to have William Regal in his pocket? Whatever the case is. I saw it coming. We all saw it coming, so I don't think it should be a surprise to anybody. But, yeah. This is our reality. We live in a reality now where MJF is the world champion. I can't wait till Dynamite to hear what the champ got to say, and I can't wait to hear what Regal got to say. Should be interesting. But again, a lot happened in this pay-per-view. We actually have a couple new champions. We got a new TNT champion. We got a new AEW interim women's champion. And we got a new AEW world champion. We got some new champs. Always good to see. Always nice seeing new champions. Oh, man. Pretty solid pay-per-view to end the year. Final pay-per-view, AEW. Pretty good. Pretty good. And that's all I got. That's my review for AEW Full Gear 2022. And I'm out of here. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support as always. We are busy this week because Survivor Series is this week. It's this Saturday. And you know the routine. I will be working within the time. So when I get home, we going to watch it, review it, all that good stuff. You already know what we do, man. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?